Good morning. Hopefully you have had a chance to watch the What is Goosechase video and you're intrigued of how to use it. So once you set up your Goosechase account, and you want to make sure that you do sign up for the goosechase.com /edu account so that you get a free edu account. Once you are in and signed in with Google, you can go to your experiences. You won't have any. I have a lot. So let me get signed in. And so here I have tons and tons. But once you come in, you're going to want to go to Create Experience. You'll just select Create Experience. And here you're just going to give your experience a name according to whatever topic you are going to be using this around. Give it a description if you'd like. You don't have to give it a location. It is going to make you do a short description. If I'm particularly being lazy, I'll just use the same as the experience name. But if the experience name was something fun, you could just have this be more general, what the actual content is. You don't need a location or a password, and that's what you're going to do. So visibility, I usually just keep it hidden from other users because the students will be able to join with a code and not just go in and search for the experience. Once that is done, you are ready to enter missions. And Goosechase is a digital scavenger hunt, so the missions are the scavenger hunt steps that we want the students to go through. So I'm going to go over these quickly. So the first one is details. That's what you just added. You can also add an image, which I often do just to make it something fun and more eye-catching. All right, the missions are what the students are going to be doing. Broadcasting is a more advanced feature that I, in general, don't do. If you do decide to do it, what it would do is send message to participants when they get to certain points or before they start. But in general, I just tell them what we're doing before we get started. But could be good if you're doing it as a part of an event or something like that. And then branding is just adding an image to display for participants when they join, which not really necessary either. These top two are the main two you'll be using. So as far as missions, there is a mission library, and this is a great place to get started with your missions and just look at some of the general missions that are on here, and then adapt those to whatever you're doing now. There are three types of missions. There's camera missions where the students will use their Chromebook or iPad to take a picture or a video of something to answer the question. Text-based answers, they'll just type in a text box an answer to the question. And GPS I don't generally use, but you could use it if you were going to have them outside in the whole campus finding the missions. But mostly for classroom use, I just use this camera and text. All right, so we're going to add a mission. You're going to give it a name. So I'm going to start with a mission that has already been created. So I'm going to go to the library here and select a mission and add it to Goosechase. All right, so as you'll see, this doesn't go along with what I'm actually doing. So I'll come in now and edit this for what I'm doing now. So the mission will require the students to use the camera to take a picture of something. The points you can adjust. You can have it based on a 10-point scale, 100-point, 1,000-point, however you want to do it. I tend to do points between 100 and 500 or 600, and then they're trying to get the most points. Or you can do it so that they're just trying to complete all the missions, in which case the points don't matter too much. All right, so each member will create a different illustration of fossil fuels. Well, we're not doing fossil fuels. We are doing this one on ancient river valley civilization. So instead of fossil fuels, I'm going to make a change to that. So then the students will take a picture. All team members have to hold their picture up in the picture. So it'll be 3 people in the picture, and each of them are holding up their illustration. I can add a picture to this if I wanted, or a link to something else, which I don't use links very often either, to be honest. And then once I have that updated, I'm just going to hit Save Changes, and now it's been saved. So that's how you would use the library to do this. The other option is to just add a custom mission. One of the things I like to do as one of their first missions is just to have them take a selfie so that I know everyone that is in the group. So I'm just going to have this the lowest points for 100 and take a... So they'll take a selfie with everyone in it. I hit Save Changes, and then this will do numerically according to how many points the mission is worth. I try to have at least 12 to 20 missions, depending on what your goal is. Like I said, there's 2 main ways to do this. Is you set a time frame that they're going to have to do the goose chase, whether that be 10, 15, 20 minutes, the whole block, and whichever team gets the most points at the end of that time frame is the winner, or you have the whole block and you have to complete all of the missions, in which case, like I said, points don't really matter. So you'll keep adding missions as it goes. I'm not always the most creative, so I like this mission library to be able to see. All right, so let's take a look and find another mission. One of the strategies I use when I'm creating these, if I know there's something that's going to take more time or might be something that they're less inclined to want to do, I give those the highest point value. So this one is acting it out, which some of the kids might have a little trepidation as far as acting for it. So instead of it just being 400, I might make this the higher point range and do like maybe 600 or 700 points for this, so that if they're being strategic and want to win, they're going to do those ones that require more acting. So this goes along with the book, but I'm going to change this. Once you have created all of your missions, and you'll see up here in the corner, it's in draft. So this is draft mode because I'm still editing it. Once I'm ready to publish this for students, what I will do is I like to do this on iPads, and the libraries at all of our schools have sets of 20 iPads that you can check out from the library. So if you let the library know ahead of time that on such and such date, in what block, you'll need the iPads, you can check them out from the library and pick them up that morning from the library so that they're fully charged for you. All of the libraries' iPads already have the Goosechase app downloaded on it. And what I create ahead of time is I get this code, this join code, and I will on an index card, I will write what the join code is so that all the students can do it. And I typically create groups according to however many groups I want the class to have, and I give each group a password. So they're going to do this as teams. And I'm going to create a team. So I'm going to create the red team, and I'm going to give them a password, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also set the limit of how many people are in the group, or do unlimited, and you just set up the groups ahead of time and you'll know. It's up to you. And then I'll create another group. Let's make this the blue group. And the other one was 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one I'm going to do 2, 3, 4, 5. So on index cards, I would create, one side has the join code, and then the other side has the password So it'd say red team, password this, blue team, password that, so that the students can sign in when we're ready to start our mission. And you can set up as many groups as you need ahead of time. Now, I have a paid high-level account. If you're using your own free account, you will not have the option to let them play as individuals. You will only be able to create 5 teams, I believe. So that's what you'll do, is come down here to create your 5 teams and divide the class accordingly according to that. If for some reason you need individual or you need more than 5 teams, let me know and I will work with you to make that happen. All right, so once this is done and you are ready to start this mission with the students, you'll come into Start and End on this tab, and you can either do Start Now or set it up ahead of time for a specific date and time. If I know I am playing this tomorrow for 20 minutes during first block, so I'm going to change it to maybe 8:30. And I want it to be 20 minutes, I said. I can set it up and schedule it so that tomorrow at 7:30, this will start automatically. People who are very structured can do that. Otherwise, when you're ready, you'll just come into Start, hit Start Now, put on the length of time that you want it for, and hit Go Live, and it will automatically start at that time. This is what most teachers do. Totally fine. After that 20 minutes is up, you can then go into Review, and it will show you an activity feed of what has happened throughout the entire activity with all of the students. You'll be able to see a leaderboard of how all of the teams did. You'll be able to see a record of all of the submissions, both by team and by activity. And then you'll be able to see a statistics of this. And one of the nice things is you are also able afterwards to download these, so you'll have a record of it if you would like to use that for grading purposes or to show them the next day some of their silly videos or whatever. All right. As I said, I've been using this for years. I'm an ambassador for Goosechase. I am very well acquainted with it. If you need help, want me to help run a mission for you, I'm happy to do that. Just let me know when and where, and I will help you get that done. Give Goosechase a try. It's very engaging for the students. They love it. I've had very few students that do not enjoy doing a Goosechase. Have a great day.